Hello, 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 everyone. We are back. We are live, rather, with Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, whether you celebrate Christmas, Sol Invictus, or Yule, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or excuse me, any number of the other holidays that are happening around this time. Hope you all have a good night and good evening. But if you have no one to spend it with, you can spend it with me for a few hours. So, this is also a convenient excuse to clean up my island and get back in the swing of things before New Year's. Excuse me, hold on a second here. Give me one moment. Strange. Okay. Sorry, I was muting my phone and I got some notification about unused files being deleted. And for some reason I can't figure out where that notification came from. So that's strange. Alright. I did not play it on Toy Day. Alright. Crumble. I don't have a meme word for Sol Invictus. Alright. What do I have in presents? Taylor's tickets. Cool. Mom's homemade cake. It looks like a cat. Solemn painting. Don't remember if that's the fake one or the real one, but I already have that painting. All I'm missing are statues, I think. Hey, hon. I've got roaches. Rare crisis. Happy Sol Invictus. Thank you for bringing warmth into my life. Alright. So what, is it gonna be 2 roaches per room? Is that it? Looks like it might be. Kill the roaches, pick our clothes out, and then we'll start doing stuff. Also, yes, I know the time is wrong in-game. I did that on purpose, so that way we'd actually be able to do stuff. Okay. Also, the Switch 2 upgrade for Stardew Valley came out today. I thought it was supposed to come out next year. So that was a nice surprise. The upgrade was free, so that was nice. Where are you? You know, I always thought the roaches tried to actively run away from you. It looks like they just bounce off stuff in a straight line. Gotcha. There we go. Christmas is today, and you know, when it ends, you know what that means? Sales on eggnog? Halloween, just a week away. Alright, chat. How should I dress up? What should I wear? Do I have any? I like to wear like themed clothing. Toy Day was yesterday, so it doesn't really make sense to dress up as. Well, I could dress up as Santa. I guess. Let's see here. Do I have an ugly Christmas sweater? Actually, what even do I have? Absol, Night in the Woods Angus, Jitset Radio's Pete, Blake Belladonna from Ruby, Blaziken, Clodsire, Dawn from Pokemon Diamond, Diamond Clan from Pokemon Legends, Flygon, Fox McCloud, Spider Gwen, Klonoa, Mae Borowski, Midna, Hatsune Miku, Lambert from Colton Lamb, Min Min, Mizutsune Najarala, fucking Drive Jacket, Noivern, Ori, Phoenix Wright, Hobo Phoenix Wright, Pride, Rousey, Rayman, Raz, Renamon, Salazzle, Shamish, Skizor, Scraggy, Shulk, Sly, Summer Cruise, Splatoon, Spyro, Stardew, Takaroka Island Vintage, Taukaka, Terry Bogard, Travis Touchdown, Umbreon, Vice, and Wilson. You can tell when I last seriously played this because the most recent I think the most recent game to be referenced here was fucking Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's probably when I last played this. Closure, yeah. Actually, didn't realize that was yours. I think I am feeling the ugly sweaters at the bottom, the yodel sweaters. Why do I have this? Wait a minute. Don't... No, I don't want that. Chat. Which one are we feeling? I like the cardigan. Do we want red and white or beige with dark red? What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm gonna go beige with dark red. I think I can do more with that. There we go. That looks better. It's not actively snowing in game, I don't think. There we go. All right, let's go around and get the island cleaned up. I'll reintroduce my islanders. Oh, I'm talking to my husband, though. Oh, Bam. Bam is my husband. He's an idiot. I love him. Apricot butterfly. So chat, how has your day gone? How has your December 25th of an unspecified holiday gone? I worded that weirdly. Damn, how'd you get over there? My day has been pretty uneventful. Like I've been saying, my family doesn't really celebrate Christmas. Wife. Rep. I didn't know about that this game had Black Friday. Don't call me Lollipop, please. Cool. How do I... No. There we go. I am just sitting here. Okay. I used to do a thing when I would invite friends to my island where I would just sit here right after they got out of the airport and just block the path. And anytime that I would block the path and my friend Dennis was playing, he would just sit down and just patiently wait. Bug. Everybody always argues over which Animal Crossing game is the best. Man. There's some things that I like about New Leaf a little more than this. I liked Main Street a lot. I liked Tortimer Island a lot. I liked having the custom exhibits. However, I never took down my Christmas decorations. That's so funny. However, New Leaf also did a lot of things I didn't like. I didn't like that villagers can just randomly leave if you stop playing for a while, because you weren't there to stop them from leaving. So, like, every time I stopped playing for a while, it actually took longer for me to go back to the game because I was afraid to find out who had left. New Leaf came out in an era where Nintendo wasn't giving people the direct choices to change their, oh god, change their eye color or hair color. So like you had to answer a quiz and hope you got the right answers to get the hairstyle you wanted and the hair color. Because they did that for New Leaf, and they also, I think, did that for one of the 3DS Pokemon games. I don't remember if that was Gen 7 or Gen 6, though. Truly bizarre choice. Why not just give us the direct options? I actually don't think don't necessarily agree with the complaints about the villager dialogue in this game. Because I think part of the problem is we have different tastes now in how we engage with media. So rather than casually engaging with something over a long period, people binge. And since this game came out during the middle of the pandemic, or right at the beginning of the pandemic, people were inside all day and not doing much else. So whenever they were engaging with any piece of media, they would just spend hours in the same day doing it. Which means, yeah, eventually you're going to see villager dialogue repeat a lot, because that's all you're doing. Now, I will say, I do see villager dialogue repeated often, but I was also, like, obsessively playing this game every day. Non-stop. And they did add new dialogue over time with the new stuff that was coming to the game. Oh, he spooked himself. Villagers are less sassy in this one. Yig. Oh, I know the villagers were fucking rude as hell in the original. I briefly played the original on an emulator when I was in college. I did not stick with it though, because I just went right back to New Leaf. And my god, everyone is so mean in that game. Especially Tom Nook himself. He's a fucking douche. Listening to the New Leaf soundtrack does make me nostalgic, though. Because I did play a lot of New Leaf. I don't think that's my most played 3DS game, because I think that's one of the Pokemons. Probably Pokemon X, actually, ironically, even though it's one of my least favorite Pokemon games. So that's the game that got me back into Pokemon after not playing Gen 5 at all. And barely playing Gen 4. I did not get far in Gen 4 when I originally played it. Cool. Yeah, organize this a little better. There we go. I have a system. Yes. The bamboo area I never finished. So much unfinished business in this game. Another problem is the like community and such to do. What do you mean? That is 5 wasps, that's all of them. This is supposed to be a quick, like 10 to 15 minute game, but when most people, especially during the pandemic, were playing for hours, it was quick to get all you wanted. Well, I mean, there are also less items in this game compared to previous ones. And it's pretty clear the pandemic... Well, no, actually the pandemic, happened pretty late into development. I mean, they are adding new content at least with the January upgrade. There's going to be a bunch of new items and a whole suite of things to do. So it hasn't been like completely abandoned, at least. But it did feel like New Leaf had more to do overall. But even despite all that, I do like this game better than New Leaf. And really, the main thing that makes me like it more is that I don't have to constantly play the game just to keep my villagers to stay. Like, that was the reason why I stopped playing New Leaf after a point, was because if I stopped playing at all, I ran the risk of just losing a villager. And that would make me just not come back so I wouldn't have to see them gone. I'm still pissed I lost Lucky. I love Lucky. I have him in this, and I got him by chance. I'm really happy that I have him back, because he was like my best friend in New Leaf. Strange, I keep becoming best friends with dogs. Alright. That should fill out my inventory completely. Yeah. My eyes. Oh dear. I'm good. So one of the is wish you could get like better relationships or even see more of a dynamic between villagers. It's funny they're trying to do and obviously trying to copy Animal Crossing, but as an Animal Crossing game that's coming soon. You'll have to be more specific. There's been a few, Oh, do you mean Critter Cove? Or did that already come out? Oh, I hope you don't mean fucking Hojo's Animal Crossing ripoff that's coming out. MiHoYo, or whatever they're called. I hope you don't mean that game. Because Anemo, or whatever it's called, is another Gen AI game. That was the big Gen AI project that MiHoYo was working on. I don't know if it uses AI voice acting at all, but from what I remember, most or all of the NPCs in that game are handled through LLMs. I don't know what else they used Gen AI for in it. Cozy. Is that the name of the game you're talking about? What's it on gaming? We'll have a look in a moment. Ah, Cozy Town. This is just Animal Crossing. This is literally just Animal Crossing. I hope it ends up looking better than those screenshots, because it kind of just looks lifeless to me. Like just a direct copy of Animal Crossing without trying to do anything different. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why don't you... Why can't I place it? Oh, mounted, mounted. Okay, it goes on the wall. Okay. Chad, would you like some... Oh shit. Would you like some fruit? Some fruit smoothies? Fruited juice. What if it was... What if it was called rotted juice? Oh no, I regret saying that immediately. Never mind. I said nothing. I don't like the words that just came out of my mouth. Chad, I'm giving you permission to explode me. I deserve it. What words? Ow. Ow. Don't worry about it. Gold! Shit. F is on. Did not like that burp. There was something very wrong with that burp. I'm good. I think. You ever seen the movie Big? No. I just got back from watching Jeopardy and the first thing I heard was you not liking the words that just came out of your mouth. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Acid reflux? I don't know, but that burp was chunky and it was not pleasant. Maybe? Maybe that's acid reflux? Chad, am I gonna die? Okay, fine, phase on. Soros said fruited juice, and I said frothed juice. And I did not like that I said that. So I gave everyone permission to explode me as punishment for just not thinking before I speak. No, no! You know, what's kind of insane is the mobile game has more items, like a bigger variety of items than this game. Mostly because it pulls from New Leaf, but also because it was constantly updated for 7 years. If you buy the mobile game now, you get 7 years worth of content. Well, unrelatedly, my mom made crochet indoor snowballs, but they didn't sell at the local craft fairs. Oh, that's unfortunate. One of my villagers wants something. Where are you? Bianca. I forgot that was her catchphrase. Alright. Enter a greeting. Grandma, meanwhile, is at a care facility undergoing rehab after a hospitalization. Oh my god. My mom brought some snowballs to her for the friends she's made there, along with some of the Christmas food. Anyway, the other two old ladies went on a little bit of a rampage with the crochet snowballs. Sorry to hear about your grandma, but sounds like they had fun with the crochet snowballs at least. Chat, what should Bianca's greeting be? Apparently before it was flooping, so that's the kind of bullshit that I give these poor bastards. What should it be? It's the first. I haven't played this game since I started talking to like Zoomers. So like, what kind of Zoomer bullshit can I give Bianca? What are the kids saying nowadays? Yeah, I'm going to forget about this, and she's just going to say 6-7 to me, and I'm going to have a crash out. Okay, I think that's everything. So I have heard two different explanations for what 6-7 is. One person said it had to do with a football player's jersey. I don't know if I believe that. The other explanation I've heard is that it was from a rapper's song, and for some reason the line got memed on. And the song was about, I think, a specific part of, I want to say Pennsylvania? Or, no, not Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. It was a specific part of Philadelphia where a 6-7 was police code for a murder, a homicide. That is the other explanation I have been given. And the problem with that, from what I've heard, is that it is yet another example of black slang being adopted into meme culture by white people. Because that happens a lot. That's assuming that that explanation is the correct one. I forgot you can have the manhole covers. Broccoli head is so popular? What do you mean? What are you talking about? The new hairstyle? What? Chat, am I getting old? Am I out of touch? Am I out of time? I don't know how the song goes. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. Da 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 when you're not around. I don't know this song. You see certain teenagers lately, they got their hair in a puff, meaning they look like broccoli. I don't go out often enough to see teenagers. I got called away shortly after hearing your immediate reply to what I said. All I said was, I'm sorry about your grandma. And then we started talking about 6-7 because that was Zeno's suggestion for a catchphrase. Coffee. I changed my clothes. Fuck. My mom set her dessert bowl on a plate I put on top of the pot of gravy to keep the cats out as a makeshift lid. It rotated or something. Awesome. Well, you know, with the Out of Touch Thursday song, at least I don't have at least I don't have Papa Roach's Getting Away with Murder stuck in my head anymore. That was stuck in my head for hours. Ah, Zeno got ninja'd. One's green salad bowl fell in and gravy got on it and some got in the bowl. Oof. Oh no, it's 6-7. Oops. Money. Cool stuff. Now, I grabbed myself a can of sparkling water, but I feel like I should have made coffee or hot chocolate. Oh, excuse me. For the record, the green salad is some kind of lime jello salad thing. Interesting. The never unchanging outfits. Oh, cool. 9-inch nails. Odd. I don't think I've seen this item before. That's a yawn, by the way. I do wonder if we'll get another Animal Crossing on Switch 2. Or if all we're getting on Switch 2 is the New Horizons upgrade. Nintendo is kind of hard to predict at times. Alright, LaBelle doesn't have anything I want, so I'm not gonna bother talking to her. Hi, Kevin. I don't remember some of these. You just sent me some things. On Steam? Oh my goodness. I will check. Oh, what? It's Christmas. Let me check now. Maybe you didn't have to give me anything. If I open Steam right now, is my computer gonna blow up? Let's find out. Is Steam going to open is the better question. Nope, there it is. Ah, Steam update. Very rarely Steam just doesn't open. Normally I wouldn't check, but you know, oh dear. Oh my goodness. Divinity 2 Developers Cut? Yes, thank you, Steam. I'm already on that page. I'm scared. Yes, thank you, Steam. I am literally already on that page. Spy Fox in Hold the Mustard. Yes, Steam, I know. And Drake Hollow. Thank you so much. I will have a look at some of those when I have the time. For whatever reason, Steam kept throwing up the gift page every time I was accepting something. Thank you so much, Goob. Alright. Hi, Poppy. Hi, Audie. Audie's nuts in your... I don't know where I'm going with this, guys. I think I have all of these items already, so I do not need them. Chat, I'm going to be right back. Give me one moment here. Alright, we're good. I'm back. Just had to quickly take care of something. Chat, it is snowing. Alright. So, you know... every year I do this, there's some new people in chat who might not be familiar with, stuff in Animal Crossing, because we do this basically every year. I've done this, I think, every year since I started streaming. Because I always use it as an excuse to just prepare for New Year's when I spend it with Sorrow. So I can introduce you to the rest of my villagers. Here's Freya. Oh, of course, she calls me Professor Pie. Thank you. I have most of the hot villagers. I don't remember whose house this is. Oh, Poppy, you're here. Sorry, I already talked to you. I gotta spend my time elsewhere. Bubby. It's true. It's Eunice. Oops. Pubby is my nickname for Kohai. A lot of people call him Pubby. There's Bianca. And that should leave Zell. No, it's Lucky, and he's sick. Oh, poor Lucky. Okay, Zell wasn't in this house. He must be wandering around somewhere. That's Bam. Bam is my husband. Oops. Where is the medicine? Where is my medicine? I know I have medicine in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Oh, Fuchsia. Yeah, hello. Was that by the north? Hmm? What do you mean? Bam might have teleported. Okay, cool. Let's see. Next on the agenda for my dailies would be picking up seashells. Whoops. Just a sea bass. Sea bass. So chat, what is your favorite cozy game? What do you like to play to make you feel all warm and fuzzy? For me, it's definitely this in Stardew Valley. But I haven't played them in a long time. Not regularly, at least. Been a while with Stardew Valley. Yeah. I haven't seen like any of the new update content from any of the recent updates. I went pretty hard on Stardew Valley when it came out. On well, when it came out on Switch. I played it for quite a few months. But then I just dropped off it. And I never really went back. I tried to play it on PC with the furry mod, and then I tried again with the furry mod when I got my Steam Deck. Or, no, I don't. Maybe I didn't set up the furry mod at that point. But I just never really got back into it. I'm hoping that things will be different with the Switch 2 upgrade. I'm also hesitant to even set up the furry mod in the first place because it's been several updates and I can't imagine it's been, like, supported. Let me rephrase that. I can't imagine that the mods are all still functional with the updates. There is a more recent furry mod that I've seen, which is... It still is? Ooh, okay. Maybe I will try it. There is a more recent furry mod I've seen that was with a bunch of furry VTubers. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I was trying to stop that. I know Sinful Yorialu, and I forget who else is in it. Which is a pretty cool mod. My problem with it, though, has nothing to do with the mod itself and more with the fact that these are, like, actual people. So it would be a little bit awkward if I married any of them. And if I ever, say, have a falling out with any of them, it's going to get real awkward. That's the only reason why I haven't downloaded that mod. As nice as it would be to be able to play Stardew where one of my neighbors is, like, Sinful. Sinful being the streamer formerly known as Screaming Doggo. Her actual name is Sinful. She recently changed to Senny, though. Yeah, Senny. I haven't got one of her streams in a while. Senny is a good bean. But I mean, like, it's the same reason why I don't make, I don't necessarily want even my close friends to be in any of my branding for my streams, because if worst case scenario happens and I have a falling out with them, it's going to be real awkward. Like, I understand that it's kind of maybe a pessimistic viewpoint, but, like, it's the same reason why the people say never get someone's name tattooed on you. Because if that person leaves you, or you have a falling out, or you break up, or whatever, it's going to be real awkward. Alright. So I think that is all my dailies for here. So now we check the other island. Other islands, actually, because there's multiple. Multiple ones to check. Not in an autism brain sort of way. Ooh, oh, that was an odd sensation for a very brief moment. For a very brief moment, it felt like I wasn't affected by gravity. It's like my brain was just airborne. That was weird. Chat, the human body is not well built. I have notes of what I'm missing from this game. Let's see if I can find my notes. There we go. Oh, my notes are so big. I am missing the Rockhead statue. That is a fake one. He's smiling. I'll buy it anyways. Major West had a scar where he had a tattoo of an ex's name removed. Ah, okay. Husband. Alright, let me get my fortune read. E. Hi, Kendra. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll take your snake oil. Yee. Don't know. Maybe the next... Well, I will probably be hosting it on stream again. So you're welcome to join if we do open lobby. Because, I know more people with the game now, so I have more people I could contact. Alright, let's check the other island. Chad, I'm gonna get a job. Well, I have a job, I just haven't been doing it. Because I've been playing other games. Monkey. This song always makes me think of Yoshi on the Beach from Yoshi's Story. This character, by the way, is one of my friend's favorite characters in the series. Because she loves otters. Well, I don't want this, but it's not in my catalog. I know for a fact it's not, because I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh well. Oh yeah, the names of stuff here. Fuck. If I remember correctly, we got, I think, either Greenwich or Midwich Element, Midwich, I forget which is the school from Silent Hill. Dine and Dash. Wait, is Dine and Dash the restaurant or the cafe? One of them is called Dine and Dash. I forget what the other one is called. We got New Coast Guard instead of Old Navy. And then the hospital is Mercy Hospital from Left 4 Dead. Oh no, it's not New Coast Guard, it's Old Coast Guard. And you got nothing I want. Cool. Well, I'll go into all these businesses so I can see what the fuck they're even called. When this character was released, the internet went crazy. There is so much fan art of her. I forgot I named the cafe La Creatura. Thank you, past me. Is it upstairs? I do not remember making it upstairs. Oh, I made it into like a barcade. I completely forgot that I did this. I don't remember the name of the school. I know the hospital is Mercy Hospital. And then go here. No shrimping and stretch. Alright, give me one moment here. Why do I feel you're gonna lose so many hours in Like a Dragon Infinite Waltz Island side story? Oh, who knows? I mean, the most time I spent in the Yakuza side games is just playing arcade games. I opened up Like a Dragon or Yakuza 7 for the first time since October just to play arcade games. That is not the right hydrate, so let me attempt to open my water bottle. If my hands could stop sliding on the lid, that would be great. Alright. Stretch. Ah. Oh, that felt good. And no shrimp. Alright, I'm sitting upright. Oh. You'll have to be more specific on which fighting game, because they've had a couple fighting games, I think. As I know they've had Virtua Fighter, Sonic the Fighters, and Fighting Vipers. 2 different Virtua Fighters, actually. So they've had 2 and 5. Hi, Audie. Yeah, Yakuza, I want to say 6? And then Judgment had Yakuza or Virtua Fighter 5 in them. Wait, no, did Yakuza 6 have Virtua Fighter 5? I don't remember. And then they made Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown for PS4. And then very recently ported that to other platforms. So the thing that's really interesting about Sonic the Fighters is it introduced 2 characters who were never seen again until Sonic Mania. Because Bean and Bark were made up just for Sonic the Fighters, and their only other appearance after that, like in the Sonic games, was Sonic Mania. Along with Knack the Weasel or Fang the Sniper, whatever you want to call them. They had a bigger presence in the Archie comics. The community enjoyed, or was it bad? What, Sonic the Fighters? I've never heard anyone say Sonic the Fighters was bad, only that it's like really, really busted. Virtua Fighter? Oh, Virtua Fighter is a classic. Virtua Fighter 5 is, I think, supposed to be considered the best entry in the whole series. But Virtua Fighter is very, very old and beloved 3D fighting game. I don't want this fucking stroller. It's actually... so there's actually some interesting history with Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is the reason Sega almost went under. What do you mean Final Showdown? I don't know. There you are, Zell. He's my other husband. I'm going to get him pregnant. So anyways, Virtua Fighter. The reason why it almost made Sega go under was because it was one of the first 3D games that was like actually impressive and good. And it made everybody want 3D. And Sega wasn't going with 3D for the Sega Saturn, they were going with 2D. But the 3DO had started development, and I think had come out by that point, or sometime after that, which was 3D for consumers. It was a game console that could do 3D. Unfortunately, due to a mishap with the creators, it was far too expensive for most consumers, so it didn't really do well. And then Sony came around and announced the PlayStation, which would have done 3D for cheaper. It was easier to develop for and cheaper to produce. So Sega had to scramble to throw an extra processor in the Sega Saturn so it could actually handle 3D gaming. Because while 2D gaming was still popular in Japan, everyone else around the world wanted 3D gaming. And the Saturn really wasn't equipped for 3D gaming. So eventually, when the Saturn was failing everywhere but Japan, they started work on the Dreamcast to do a proper 3D console. And the Dreamcast was actually fairly powerful when it came out. And they moved one of their more expensive projects, Shenmue, from the Saturn to the Dreamcast, which I think was the first video game to cost over $1 million to make. Dreamcast came out, was doing well. Sony announced the PlayStation 2 would support DVDs, and it was cheaper than any DVD player on the market. It released, literally everybody dropped the Dreamcast, and Sega realized they could not compete with Sony, Nintendo, and now Microsoft, so they went third party. And you can trace it back to Virtua Fighter. Well, Nintendo isn't far behind on technology, necessarily, because they were using discs for the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U. They're using cartridges because cartridges became cheaper to make. Cartridges for the N64 were really expensive, but cartridges nowadays are cheaper and easier for developers to use. The technology is also different, so they went back because it was cheaper. And worked better for a handheld because you don't want a lot of moving parts for a handheld. The PSP was notoriously fragile because of the UMDs. If you dropped the PSP hard enough, it would break the disc reader and it would be unusable. You don't get that problem if it's cartridges. And they're not using Hall effect sticks for the Switch 2 because the Switch 2 connects the Joy-Cons with magnets, which don't work well with Hall effect sticks. It would have fucked up the sticks, so they couldn't actually use Hall effect on at least the Joy-Cons. I don't know about the Pro Controller. I don't know. The Pro Controller has Hall effect. That one they could have gone with it. Yeah, that too, Zeno. I mean, there's a reason why PS5 and later PS4 games just install everything to the hard drive anyways, because it has a better read-write speed than the discs. Husband? Okay, it's cool and all, but I think I already have that. I feel like everybody has an Animal Crossing character they're just very normal about. I won't sell this one item. Alright. What other dailies do I have? What other things do I have to do? Oh, there's Pascal, I guess. Yeah, Kix, Flick, Anka, Raymond, Shono, or whatever the new deer is, Audie, Bam, Freya, Fuchsia, Cherry. Bam. I think I already said him. Zell. Yeah. Pretty much the whole cast. Let's fucking do some swimming. Swim around in some frigid water. Wanna play Mega Bonk? Okay. So what are you still doing here? I should play the mobile game again. I was playing it for a bit when it released for pay. It was pretty fun, even if there was technically less to do. Wouldn't you freeze to death in such a low temperature of the water? Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. I got a pearl oyster. Oh shucks, don't clam up now. Chat, I miss web fishing. What lame developer went through fucking sucks. Like, the internet is such a cruel place at times. I feel so bad for them. I hope one day they feel safe enough to return to the internet. Because web phishing was really good, it just needed better web security. Dungeness crab. Dun dun dun! Dungeness. For context, lame developer, the dev of web phishing, got harassed and doxxed by a bunch of shitty right-wingers who called his game or their game a gooner game because of all the LGBT stuff in it. And they got chased off the internet, doxxed, and their game was full of hackers with hacked clients. And because of all the bullshit they were going through, they just left the internet. So the game is unplayable online. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kendra. Sea-Stug! Kinda salty about that. You can basically only play the game offline now. And half the point of the game is that it's like a chat room. Kind of is, but you have to set it to private and a lot of other steps. What I was last told was that it's completely unplayable. Got an oyster, it's a little shellfish. How can they get in your offline game if you're not connected to the internet? Does the game still connect you to the internet when you're offline? Because they shouldn't even be able to see that you're online. He who slumbers, a cucumber. You catch up on some Zeds, you get out of my heads. Got some seaweed, I couldn't kelp myself. Shrimply an issue of krill. It's that shrimple. I'm 1 in a trillion. Exactly, Kendra gets it. Oyster. Waiter. You shoved it in my eyes again. I need to turn around. No crab. It's giving me the cold shoulder. A Venus flower basket. Why was she picking flowers here? So Chad, I just want to say, you know, Soul Invictus and all that. I know the other holiday, but I don't celebrate Christmas. But thank you all for bringing warmth into my life. I know I don't have 10,000 viewers or 1 million followers or whatever, but I'm happy with what I have. I could have achieved a whole lot more, but I am happy with what I have achieved. Thank you all for being here. Remember, it's not just about where you need to go, it's also about what you've done. Progress is still progress. It's a sea anemone. Anemone. The enemy of my anemone is my frenemy. I got an octopus. I can give you 4 hugs at once. I usually just do a lap around the island. I gotta see. Get rid of that. The seaweed. You know, I haven't had seaweed in a while. We need to get more of those seaweed snacks. We used to get these things of dried teriyaki flavored seaweed. Pretty good. Haven't had it in fucking forever though. I haven't had seaweed in a while. I haven't made spaghetti in a while. Kill for some pierogi right now. I was watching Zeri play Night in the Woods. Oh, here we go. And there's a restaurant kind of in Night in the Woods. It's in the subway tunnels. Where the guy there sells pretzels and pierogies. And fuck if I could kill for that right now. We call them rams because they ram into stuff, so shouldn't otters be called Bob? He's very obviously supposed to be like a hippie or a surfer dude, but everybody just interprets him as a stoner. Alright. Oh my god. A pearl. Nope, still have Papa Roach's getting away with murder stuck in my head. So that's not going away anytime soon. It's a good song. It's a pretty good song. Oh my goodness, Glitch. Welcome back. Indeed has been a while. Happy Soul Invictus. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Yule, whatever you celebrate. I actually don't know what Hanukkah or Kwanzaa are, I'm gonna be honest. See, slug. Alright, one more. Then we can sell all this. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the next hour. I guess I could just fish. Hey, hey, another scallop. Cool. You just fish, explore some islands. Oh my goodness. How you been, Glitch? Hope things have been good with you. Alright. So I will show off my house and my museum real quick. Properly show off a couple areas on my island. We'll figure out where to go from there. So, this is my house. This is the main room. The living room. We got my TV over here. My Switch. My sick-ass stereo system with my records. Bold and Brash placed right next to the trash where it belongs. And Eunice is here to join us. Wonderful. So that's just going to get in the way. I mean, you kind of let yourself in, but alright. We got trophy stand, along with a framed photo of Cat from Gravity Rush, my beloved. A phone. Cool. Burb. Thank God. Bemis. Frame photo of Freya. My fireplace, conveniently placed next to a window, as all fireplaces would be. My incredibly comfy chair. This is the room that I never really figured out what to do with. Apparently it's a greenhouse. This room has gone through so many changes. At one point it was a Japanese tea room, at another point it was like more like a library or a study. Now it's a greenhouse. I never really knew what to do with it. Over here is my workshop in the bathroom. This is where I craft my stuff. And where I take a shit. You know, whenever you need to just quickly take a fat shit. Over here... is my kitchen. Yeah, everything's on now. Stop fucking with the microwave! Sorry, I just remembered that fucking Half-Life meme. Eventually we'll stream Half-Life. This is my arcade. We got everything. We got Mahjong. We got a space game. We got a fighting game. We got ping pong. We got pool. We got billiards. We got darts. We got pinball. We got the cursed gambling thing from the mobile game that everybody hated. Cursed, whenever you say the word. And then we got my bedroom with a poster of Cat Gravity Rush right next to my husband. And 2 Van Gogh paintings. Where's the other one? There it is. Because out of all the like famous artists, Van Gogh is my favorite. My pet stingray, my pet betta fish, my pet goldfish, my streamer setup, my piano. Allow me to serenade you all with a song. And we got over here, we got my bed, the cuck chair, and Patchy the Pirate, my beloved. He's not really my beloved, but, you know, he's a role model for us all. Alright. So now I will show you all my museum. But before I do that, let me show you my DIY items. Not DIY. Custom designs, that's what I'm looking for. So I have a couple old ones. Some others that I had found. Stuff for faces. A scar. Some war paint. Pride stuff. Eyebrows. Ash's face. Whiskers. This is so I can prevent flowers from going everywhere on the ground. Some various patterns. The carpet that everybody had as a kid. The botched Jesus restoration. Patchy the Pirate. Flora from Two Kinds. Bold and Brash. Froggy Chair Jesus. The Windfish. No Geese. Chicago Flag. Team Vitality from when I was really into Rocket League esports. Silent Hill save screen. The Hibiscus. Hibiscus, which was my original flag for a while. Then stuff from a bunch of the Chicago train tracks map. I thought it was really funny that I found this. Then we got, you know, Ace Attorney, Animal Crossing, Banjo, Bayonetta, Binding of Isaac, Castlevania, Cave Story, Celeste, Dead Cells, Dig Dug, Doom, Skyrim, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Cat and Raven from Gravity Rush, Hades, Half-Life, Hollow Knight, Katamari, Klonoa, more Klonoa, Zelda, Mega Man, Metal Slug, Metroid, Nowdrawler from Monster Hunter, Mortal Kombat, NetHack, Night in the Woods, Okami, Ori, Paper Mario, Pikmin, Absol, Portal, Quake, Rayman, Kunio from River City Ransom, Robotron, the Gnome Child from RuneScape, Shantae, Shovel Knight, Skies of Arcadia, Sly Cooper, Splatoon, or Spyro. Star Fox, Stardew Valley, Smash, Tetris, Warframe, The Witcher, Atari, Dreamcast, GameCube, and 64. All of these I just had to use for when I wanted to use them, and I just never did. Skies of Arcadia mentioned. Yes, I actually streamed Skies of Arcadia, I think 2 years ago. No, it might have been no, I think it was last year. And that was to date my longest game on stream. It took me 16 streams to finish the game. I've already gone through most of my clothes. So we'll start from here. Alice as in Alice in Wonderland. Twilight Princess Ganondorf. Cat Gravity Rush. Marin from Link's Awakening. Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Rosalina from Mario. Shinoa from Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. My wife. Star Kimono, I think Sora made that. Toriel from Undertale. Got Ash Ketchum's original hat. Black Mesa cap. Brendan's beanie from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Dawn's beanie from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. A Dig Dug cap, I think I made that myself. Doom. Isaac's hat from Keep Your Hands Off Isaac. Alice's hat from Left 4 Dead. Feline hat from Monster Hunter. Women Want Me, Fish Fear Me. Galaga, which I made myself. Kirby beanie. Sora's Klonoa hat. Metroid, I don't know if I made that one myself. Min Min's hat. N's hat from Pokemon Black and White. Ness's hat from was it Earthbound? Hobo Phoenix Wright's beanie from Ace Attorney 4. A Red Velvet Cake hat. Sega cap. Smitty Werbenjurgen Man Jensen's. No, he was number 1 after all. Spyro. Takaroko Mesh from Splatoon. Terry Bogard's hat. A Warframe hat. And we have my umbrellas. Nothing very interesting here, but a very funny umbrella is the Umbrella logo umbrella. I have 3 fans. One of them is a Metroid. Pikachu. Some Pride flags. Mario and Luigi. The Lamb. Kirby. And then some standees that I never played. Oh, I never placed these! I don't think. Isabelle, Metroid, Ness, Mario, Luigi, and KK Slider. I saw a screenshot of a hilarious... It wasn't a screenshot. It was actually album art on... Actually, this is not safe for work. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it on Twitch. It was album art on SoundCloud. That was a screenshot from someone's New Leaf game. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Chat. I don't know what I was going to say. But we got stuff. Let's do the fish first. I like fish. Chat, do you like fish? We got pond smelt, salmon, king salmon, sturgeon, mitten crab. Oh, this little fellow, horseshoe crab. We got a pale chub, tilapia, stringfish, a dace, freshwater goby, a yellow perch, sweetfish, and a crucian carp. Over here we got a golden trout, a cherry salmon, and a char. And here we got a killifish, goldfish, a pop-eyed goldfish, a ranchu goldfish, a guppy, a neon tetra. My dad loves these fish. A betta fish, a nibblefish, a rainbow fish, an angelfish, and that's it. And then over here, we got a tadpole, which I can't even see. Oh, they're hiding under the lily pad. A frog, a bitterling, a loach, catfish, a bluegill, black bass, carp, a koi, a soft-shelled turtle, crawfish, giant snakehead, a gar, a pike, snapping turtle. I know a streamer named Proxy Glitch Cat who's obsessed with gars. She even has a gar emote and a gar that you can summon on her stream. Piranha, settled bitcher, a dorado, an arapaima, an arowana. So I have all fossils, all fish, all sea creatures, all bugs. And I'm missing, I think, about 5 or 6 works of art, and all the art I'm missing is statues. Mahi mahi, anchovy, a lot of them, blue marlin, tuna, giant trevally, a whale shark, suckerfish, a horse mackerel, an ocean sunfish, a great white shark. Fun fact, great white sharks can't actually be kept in captivity. Every single one that has been captured alive and kept in captivity has died shortly after. They just don't live in captivity. Which makes them a little hard to study. Barrel eye. That fish is so freaky. An oarfish. Football fish, aka an anglerfish. Coelacanth. Snow crab. Spider crab. Firefly squid. Chambered nautilus. Vampire squid. Giant isopod. Sea pig. Venus flower basket. Living fossil fish. Yep. One of my favorite Pokemon is Relicanth, which is based on the Coelacanth. And Xeno hates that thing. Because in Gen 6, whenever we battled, anytime I threw out Relicanth, the very first thing I would do is yawn. Is that a whale shark? Yeah. Moon jellyfish. Sea butterfly. Cool. Scallop. Red king crab. Sea urchin. Whelk. Sweet shrimp. Originally that tank only had sea butterflies, but they added a few more to it. With the swimming update. Zebra turkeyfish. Barred knifejaw, sea bass, Dungeness crab, sea pineapple, Gazami crab, look at them go, octopus, oiter, red snapper, dab, saw shark, kind of hard to see, olive flounder. Look at the little stingray. I love him. Squid. Moray eel. Stingray. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When you're swimming in a creek and an eel pokes your cheek, that's amore. I love stingrays. They are one of my favorite animals. When I was a kid, I had a stingray plush named Ray that I would bring everywhere. I never left home without him. I loved that stingray. I think I still have him. I think he's in a chest in my closet with a bunch of my other plushes. Seahorse. Blowfish. Pufferfish. Hammerhead shark. Seaweed. Acorn barnacle. Sea star. Turban shell. Abalone. Sea grapes. Flatworm. Pearl oyster. Gary Gygax's giant clam. Lobster. Spotted garden eel. Sea cucumber. Spiny lobster. Mantis shrimp. Also can't be kept in captivity because mantis shrimp can punch so goddamn fast. It creates basically little explosions in the water and will shatter most glass. Mantis shrimp are fucking weird. They can see a whole spectrum of colors that we can't even comprehend. Fun fact, according to a nonfiction book by Peter Benchley, author of Jaws, one time his family was on a scuba dive ship and a moray eel slithered out of its hole and mouthed on one of his daughters. It gently put its mouth on her like a friendly dog. Mantis shrimp have like 5-ish times the color cones as R3. Yeah, which means they can perceive colors that we can't even understand. Colors that humans have never seen. Slate pencil urchin. It's fucked up. But the thing is, they can't be kept in captivity because they are known to just shatter glass by punching it. Because the way they hunt is they punch at a fish so goddamn fast, it cooks them alive and kills them instantly. It's like creating little mini explosions underwater. It'll just instantly cook and kill whatever it hits. They are weird. Remember hearing that they can see more individual colors, but that's to make up for the fact their brains can't blend them together like ours. Apparently they can perceive UV and IR too. They're very fascinating animals. Very weird animals. Clownfish. Surgeonfish. Butterfly fish. Ribbon eel. Napoleon fish. Cavitation bubbles. It's a temporary vacuum that immediately collapses. Yeah. Umbrella octopus. Tiger prawn. Sea anemone. Sea slug. Mussel. Like I said, they're fucking weird. Playing BioShock has permanently altered the way I perceive the phrase, "would you kindly?" So now whenever I want Xeno to do something for me, I tell him, "would you kindly?" and he just like shoots me a look every time I do that, because he knows it too. So, fun fact, I'm afraid of cicadas. I hate cicadas so much. When I was real little, we were at a rest stop and a cicada landed on my neck and scared the shit out of me, and since then I've been afraid of cicadas. I used to know someone from Brazil, and he had never heard of cicadas before, and I sent him a picture and he thought they were freaky looking, and I told him they scream. And he was horrified. Brown cicada, giant cicada, robust cicada, evening cicada, cicada shell, Walker cicada. Bagworm. Wasp. Earth-boring dung beetle. There's a cicada shell on your desk for some years. I have a cicada shell on one of my bookshelves. Drone beetle. Excuse me. Horned dynastid. Great purple emperor. That's what I call Kohai. Saw stag. Miyama stag. Jewel beetle. Rosalia batesi beetle. Citrus longhorned beetle. Giant stag. Blue weevil beetle. Scarab beetle. Atlas moth. Golden stag. At night here you can sometimes find the stag beetles fighting. Spider. Just the one. Banded dragonfly. Damselfly. Red dragonfly. Darner dragonfly. Horned atlas. Horned Hercules. Giraffe stag. Cyclomatus stag. Violin beetle. Horned elephant. Goliath beetle. Firefly. Mantis. Stink bug. Rainbow stag. Man-face stink bug. I can't even see him. Honeybee. Tiger beetle. Diving beetle. Giant water bug. Pond skater. Madagascan sunset moth. Monarch butterfly. Raja Brooks birdwing. Peacock butterfly. Tiger butterfly. Queen Alexandra's birdwing. Common butterfly. Yellow butterfly. Emperor butterfly. Common blue bottle. Agrias butterfly. Ladybug. Snail. Pillbug. Centipede. Moth. Orchid mantis. Walking stick. Walking leaf. Tarantula. It's a little hard to see. Scorpion. Dung beetle. Wharf roach. Hermit crab. Rice grasshopper. Migratory locust. Long locust. Ant. Crab. True. Grasshopper. Cricket. Bell cricket. Mole cricket. Mosquito. Flea. Paper kite butterfly. Fly. Ah, okay, we did get the ants. I thought we missed the ants. Wow. Alright, we got fossils, and we got art, and then I'll probably just end stream once we get through the art. Isn't it supposed to... Alright. Got a trilobite. Anemalocaris. Ammonite. Amber. Milocunmingia. Dunkleosteus. Eusthenopteron. Acanthostega. Shark tooth pattern. Sure as hell doesn't look like a shark tooth. Ophthalmosaurus. Plesiosaurus. Archelon, or Archelon, I don't know. Oh yeah, I talked to Xeno about Dinotopia. Quetzalcoatlus. Pteranodon. Diplodocus. Brachiosaurus. Stegosaurus. Ankylosaurus. Well, you had the world beneath me to get the other ones eventually. It reminds me I need to buy the Dinotopia books at some point. I'll say at least this game has the best fossil exhibit in my opinion due to the lighting. True. The author sells signed copies on his website and puts little doodles on random pages sometimes. That's funny. Iguanodon. Parasaurolophus. Pachycephalosaurus. Triceratops. Spinosaurus. Immediately after this game came out, they changed how the fossil looks, so this is no longer scientifically accurate. But so much as a kid, my family taped the Dinotopia miniseries or whatever it was. There was a miniseries and then there was a short-lived TV series. We have both on DVD. Coprolite. That's one big pile of shit. Dinosaur track. T-Rex. Deinonychus. Archaeopteryx. Probably butchering some of these names. Dimetrodon. Jeremiah. Mammoth. Saber-toothed tiger. Megaceraps. Megaloceros. Early human. And then up top, we got birds, koalas, kangaroos, elephants, anteaters, cats, dogs, bears, giraffes, rhinos, pigs, hippos, cows, deer, rabbits, mice, monkeys, and us, the missing link. Australopith. Okay. Well, beneath the relics of an ancient civilization, the human character is able to negotiate safe passage with the tribe, whatever of big carnivores. Yeah, I'm only familiar with the 2 different shows. We also have Dinotopia, the Sunstone Odyssey for GameCube, and it's fucking hot trash. But it was something we had growing up, so it's a game that both Xeno and I are nostalgic for. I was never the dinosaur kid, I was a dragon kid. Alright. Guys, you want to look at some wieners and titties? The informative statue, I believe that's the Rosetta Stone. Yep. I'm not going to read all the text, I'm just going to read the names. Venus de Milo, or Milo, I don't know. You know, I'll read the date and whatnot. Artist unknown, 196 BCE, Grandiorite. Venus de Milo, artist unknown, circa 130 BCE, marble. Nike of Samothrace, artist unknown, circa 190 BCE, marble. Discobolus, I don't know. Disco, artist unknown, 2nd century CE, marble. The Thinker, Auguste Rodin, 1902, bronze. Apples and Oranges, Paul Cézanne, circa 1899, oil on canvas. Sunflowers, Vincent van Gogh, circa 1888, oil on canvas. So Van Gogh, for all the classical paintings, like this sort of stuff, Van Gogh is my favorite. I love his work. Starry Night, Vincent van Gogh, 1889, oil on canvas. I adore Vincent van Gogh's paintings. I'm not really one for fine art, but I love Vincent van Gogh. Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte. George Seurat, circa 1885, oil on canvas. Oil on Kansas. Isle of the Dead, Arnold Backlund, 1883, oil on wood. A bar at the Folie Bergère or something. I'm butchering these names. Mildly disappointed wolf noises. Why disappointed? Edouard Manet, circa 1882, oil on canvas. Like I said, I'm going to be butchering a lot of these names. I don't know how to pronounce shit. The Pfeiffer. Edouard Manet, 1866, oil on canvas. That was a longer one. When you remember the reference I was making? Wait, they absorb solar energy like a science fantasy battery? Wait, is that the reference? What was the reference? Breathe deep. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what the reference is. Ophelia, John Everett Millay, 1852, oil on canvas. The Gleaners, Jean Francois Millet, 1857, oil on canvas. From Dinotopia. Oh, I'm sorry. I've only watched the miniseries and the TV show once, And that was in, I think, 2009. Zeno and I watched the whole series together. I don't remember anything. I've never read the books. I don't remember any quotes from the show. I don't remember any story beats. All I remember is there was a gangly looking... Not gangly, there's some dinosaur I didn't recognize that was always helping the main guys in one of the shows. People respond with Seek Peace or Fly High for the Pteranodon Riders. I guess Breathe Deep is for the others. Sower. Jean-Francois Millet, circa 1850, oil on canvas. Dude's striking a Chad stride over there. Achisai Sokezu, Ito Jokuchu. 18th century, dyed silk. Beauty looking back, Ishikawa Moronobu, 17th century, color on silk. "36 Views of Mount Fuji, the Great Wave of Kanagawa." Katsushika Hokusai, circa 1831, woodblock print. Otani Oniji III as Yako Edobe. Toshusai Shiraku, 1794, woodblock print. Oh, that's an actor. Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, that's great camera angle. I can see it perfectly. Jomon period Dogu figurine. Shakoki Dogu. Artist unknown, 1000 to 400 BCE. Fired pottery. Folding screen of Fujin and Raijin. R. Tabaraya Sotatsu, 17th century. Gold leaf and ink on paper. Folding screen of Fujin and Raijin. L. Tabaraya Sotatsu, 17th century. Gold leaf and ink on paper. That'd be the god of the wind, Fujin, and the god of thunder, Raijin. I'm assuming is what Raiden from Mortal Kombat is based on. Terracotta Army, artist unknown, 210 BCE, earthenware. Omowu Ding, artist unknown, 12,000 BCE, bronze. Arjun is right in, yes? Okay. Hi, Kevin. It's missing. So close to greatness. The Fighting... I don't know how to pronounce that. Joseph Millord, William Turner, 1839. Oil on canvas. Chat, her titty's hanging out. You just see her riding way more outside of Japan. Liberty leading the people. Eugene Delacroix, 1830. Oil on canvas. The Cloth Maja. Francisco de Goya, circa 1805. Oil on canvas. The Blue Boy. Thomas Gainsborough, 1770. Oil on canvas. Las Meninas. Diego Velasquez, circa 1656. Oil on canvas. The Milkmaid. Johannes Vermeer, circa 1658. Oil on canvas. Girl with a pearl earring. Johannes Vermeer, circa 1665. Oil on canvas. The Night Watch. Rembrandt van... I don't know how to pronounce that. 1642. Oil on canvas. Chad, I'm butchering these names. Titties. The Birth of Venus, Sandro Botticelli, circa 1485. Tempera on canvas. Lady with an Ermine, Leonardo da Vinci, circa 1490. Oil and wood panel. Wieners. Vitruvian Man, Leonardo da Vinci, circa 1487. Pen and ink on paper. Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci, circa 1503. Oil and poplar. The Hunters in the Snow. Peter Bruegel the Elder, 1565. Oil on wood panel. Summer. Giuseppe Arcimboldo, circa 1563. Oil on canvas. Alright. And that's going to be it for me. Let me just... get back outside. Thank you all for tuning in. Now, I hope that for those of you who had to spend Christmas alone, you at least had a good time with me for a few hours. And I hope you all had a good Christmas, Sol Invictus, Yule, whatever it is you're celebrating today. But I also want to say, once again, thank you all for everyone who has been showing up to my streams. And for, even if you're just popping in once every now and then, it does make me happy to see returning faces, or returning names, rather. So, thank you all for bringing warmth to me. And I hope that I have done the same for you. Happy Sol Invictus. Before we go, though, I'm going to find a serrated target. Oh, I'm so tired. Alright, we're gonna raid Seika. Looks like he's playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds with a friend. There's the Knights Festival that's going on right now because Knights got added. So, if you want to hang out after stream, I have a Discord. Want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates? Thank you. You want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates? I have a Blue Sky. If you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. I will be back next week. We're only doing 2 streams next week because I'm only streaming the 29th and the 30th. I will not be streaming the 31st or the 1st or the 2nd. So, you're only going to see me for 2 days next week. We'll be doing Metroid Prime 4 on Monday, and I'm going to be doing a special stream on the 30th. I will... You know, actually, I think it's about time I announce what that's going to be. So my stream on the 30th, my last stream of 2025, is going to be inspired by something that Proxy Glitchcat did, though it's going to work slightly differently. I am picking out some of the worst retro games that I have across my various collections and individual games on my Switch. So it's going to be about 20 shitty retro games that I will be spinning a wheel. We're probably only going to get to about 8 of them by my math, because I'm only going to spend 30 minutes on each game and I'm going for 4 hours. But it'll include Atari Karts for the Jaguar, Avenging Spirit for arcade, Big Run for SNES, Bubsy the Bobcat for SNES, Castlevania Legends for Game Boy, Ghoul Patrol for SNES, Haunted Castle for the arcade, Hisatsu Buraiken for arcade, Jurassic Park 2 The Chaos Continues for SNES, Mortal Kombat for Game Boy, Mortal Kombat Advance for GBA, Pac-Man for Atari 2600, The Peacekeepers for SNES, Quest for Camelot for Game Boy Color, Sonic Blast for Game Gear, Sonic Labyrinth for Game Gear, Street Fighter for arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, Urban Champion for NES, and Yayar Kung Fu for NES. Those are 20 of the worst retro games I have on Switch. So I'm going to be jumping between a lot of different apps for that, just like we did for my birthday celebration. I am very much looking forward to this. I've been playing this for basically the whole month. So, I will see you then. And then when we start the new year, we'll be back to what we've been doing until we finish more games. We're close to finishing Kirby and Chibi Robo, so hopefully we can move on with those after that. Speaking of, I put a poll in the server where y'all can pick what the next game is going to be after Kirby. I've picked out 5 indie games for you guys. You can vote for which one you want to see me do after Kirby. I'm only picking the top choice. We'll figure out what to do with the rest of them after that. But the choices are RZ, the Jewel of Faramore, Dispatch, Eastward, Mouthwashing, and Pepper Grinder. And if you would like to join in on the raid message is Dapper Dragon Raid.
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him now!
And I will see you all next week. Bye.